Entertainment Tonight, weeknights at 10 on UPN 38.
15 seconds. Stand by A. 10 seconds. Stand by camera 4.
Play. Mike, cue.
3, 2, 1.
Now, from the WBZ4 studios, this is the 7 o'clock news on UPN 38.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kim Kerrigan.
And I'm Jack Williams, and thank you for joining us for the 7 o'clock news on this Labor Day. Here's what's happening. A popular radio host from Boston is missing in the New Hampshire wilderness tonight. We'll go live to the White Mountains near where Ted O'Brien was last seen.
It's a working holiday for President Bush. He's taking on America's labor forces and lagging economy.
Did the summer season prove to be a tourist boom, or was it a bust? We're live on the Cape as the holiday escape gets into full swing.
And after a heartbreaking loss, Sox players take a swing at the front office. Bob Lobel joins us with the very latest. But first, let's take a look at our top story on the 7 o'clock news, the search for veteran radio host Ted O'Brien. O'Brien, seen here in 1992, works at WBUR in Boston. He went for a hike in New Hampshire's White Mountains yesterday, but he never returned. Now, WBZ's Shelley Lockhart joins us live. She's near the search scene in Bartlett, New Hampshire, and she has the very latest information for us. Shelley.
Well, Jack and Kim, Ted O'Brien was reported missing last night just about 5 o'clock by his wife when he never returned back from a hike in the mountains. Now, O'Brien's wife had dropped him off about 8:30 yesterday morning at Moat Mountain Trail, and he expected that he'd be finished with the hike in about 6 hours. Well, it actually takes, according to officials, 11 hours to do that hike that O'Brien planned. Now, Fish and Game officials have been searching all day for O'Brien, but they have found nothing. They say the 60-year-old is in excellent physical condition, but probably underestimated the rough terrain.
The only thing that you have to worry about is as far as animals, there are none that are going to bother you, okay? As far as weather, we've had very good weather, okay? As far as terrain, it's desperate. It is very, very nasty place.
Because we've been interested in potentially doing a volunteer effort and organizing one here at the station, and I was told that the terrain is pretty difficult and that they have experienced people who know the terrain doing the search.
These young graduates.
Now, several people have volunteered to help in the search for Ted O'Brien, and Fish and Game officials tell us that perhaps tomorrow they will be using some of those volunteers. Now, we want to tell you that O'Brien is currently the weekday news anchor at WBUR. He has been part of Boston TV and radio for the last 3 decades. In Bartlett, Shelley Lockhart, WBZ4 News. Jack, back to you.
All right, Shelley, thank you. We certainly hope for the best. Let's take you beyond the headlines now. The White Mountain National Forest was first designated a national forest back in 1911. It covers a massive 700,000 acres in New Hampshire and Maine. It remains one of the most heavily used national forests in the whole country, with more than 6 million visitors every year.
The pressure is on for the candidates hoping to replace the late Joe Moakley in Congress. The 9th District special primary just a week from tomorrow. Today, 3 of the 7 Democratic candidates courted votes at the annual Labor Day breakfast in Boston. The politicians tried to define their positions on some of the hot issues, including abortion.
I have always and will always fight to protect a woman's right to choose. He has always fought and always will fight to make that illegal. That is a defining issue in this campaign.
I think that Joe Moakley was a perfect example of how a pro-life legislator can respect people's opinions. I respect everyone's opinion on that issue. That is so profound. I just wish people would respect mine.
Mark Pacheco says he's focusing on education, the environment, and the economy. The Democratic winner will face off against either State Senator Joanne Sprague of Walpole or Republican Bill McKinney. That election is, of course, October the 16th.
President Bush says he wishes he could be celebrating a booming economy on this Labor Day. Speaking at a Teamsters barbecue in Detroit, Bush told the crowds he understands many Americans are suffering because of the economic slowdown.
Our economy can grow best when we give people their own money back.
Can you believe it? The unofficial end of summer is here.
It hurts, doesn't it?
It does.
You wouldn't know it by the volume of traffic on New England highways. It appears vacationers just aren't ready to face the reality of the real world. Not quite yet, anyway. WBZ's Bill Shield joins us now from the Cape, and he has the very latest for us. Bill.
Me neither, Kim. Check this out. Look at the traffic approaching the Sagamore Bridge. Hardly a tap of the brake lights. Now, some people might think, whoa, wait a minute, what's going on here? No traffic, that might mean not a very good summer economically for the Cape, but think again. Like a harbinger of autumn, Cape Cod locals line the bridges of the Mid-Cape Highway on Labor Day to say goodbye to the tourists. The same tourists who empty their wallets here. Just want to breathe it in, breathe it out. But oh, what harmony we saw this summer on the Cape. The sweet music of cash registers. Here at the Beachcomber in Wellfleet, there wasn't an empty seat even late today. But that's not what the owners thought the summer would turn out to be when Memorial Day produced rain and empty beaches. Even in the face of a sluggish economy, Cape tourists showed up, ready to spend.
We've been down here probably 4 or 5 different weeks out of the year.
Didn't back off.
Didn't back off.
But I see as much traffic, as much confusion, and as much money going across the bar or in the stores anytime else.
For beachgoers, the weather cooperated for much of the summer. For the tourists looking to shop, well, they may have set a record for spending.
June was soft, so that really added to everyone's anxiety level. July came along and it was fabulous. August is breaking records.
Back live now, so if this summer does in fact break a record, what does that prove? Well, maybe it proves that weather rules and not necessarily the economy. Reporting live from Sagamore, I'm Bill Shields, WBZ 4 News. Kim?
All right, Bill, thank you very much. You know, there's some great news at this hour, believe it or not. No major problems up north at the Hampton tolls, and out west we're told that the Sturbridge tolls look great. Amazing on a night like this, huh?
And the weather is glorious, and there's much more still to come on the 7 o'clock news.
Beachgoers along the East Coast are on alert after the season's first deadly shark attack. We'll have the very latest.
Another birthday for one of the FBI's most wanted, but where is the guest of honor? We have the latest on the search for Whitey.
And hi, everybody. I'm Ed Carroll. Pretty quiet night in Boston right now, but there are some changes on the way. It was fairly cool for a while this morning, but the clouds are kind of advancing from the northwest. This means that we're going to see the temperatures drop once again because there's a cold front on the way, and that'll be sliding through during the course of tomorrow. But in the meantime, it's a warm breeze coming in from the southwest, so temperatures tonight will be stuck in the upper 60s and lower 70s under a clear moonlit sky. But stick around for the full forecast. Some cooler weather is on the way on the 7 o'clock news.